Happy Merry all the things.
Happy Merry all the things to all the people.
Happy Merry all the things. So today is Friday, December 21st.
It is.
I've been waiting for this day.
It's not the 21st at all. No, it's not. It's not. I like how you've been waiting for this day, but it's not come. It's not come.
But is it Friday?
It's Friday, December 18th.
If I didn't even know that it was Friday.
Oh man, that was great. That was a great intro. You've been waiting for this day. You were so sure. You were so sure.
Do you know why? Because Monday, December 21st is the day. Oh my gosh, what a way to start, hey? Can you tell? Can you tell someone needs a rest?
We're going to call Mulligan on this to begin.
Woo! Okay, we need a do-over. Ready?
Do-over. Yep.
Take two. Hi, everyone.
Hello.
Good morning. Welcome to Friday, December 18th.
Welcome to that day, all day.
How are you? How are you? We said we were going to get dressed up.
Yes.
We said we were going to get dressed up. This is my daughter's. It's supposed to be a dress. It's amazing. Not. It is not. It is something, though.
It is amazing.
I can show you. See? It's like.
Yes.
Something.
It is amazing.
Like to the crotch.
Yep.
But
very happy holidays to you.
Yes. Happy last day of Hanukkah to me.
Yeah. Yay. All right.
Oh my God, that was hilarious. Okay. How are all of you? Tell us in the comments. The morning show has gone off the rails.
That seems appropriate. It seems appropriate. Given the day that it is.
Has gone off the rails, which I feel like is fitting.
It is
2020, because 2020 went off the rails.
Sure did.
Couple of things to note before we dive in. We will not be here next week because we rest. We rest. You should rest. Now, here's the thing. I know that January is a busy time for practitioners and coaches. And so likely, I'm going to go out on a limb here and say you left some of the planning to last minute.
Yes.
So maybe you're not able to rest. And that's okay. But make sure that you take time elsewhere in the year, right? And so one of the things that I realized really early on was that I am in charge of resting, is that I get to decide when the rest periods happen because our busy season is typically when most people rest.
Yes.
And so what we've worked on over the years is really making sure, A, that we're set up in advance for any type of sale or anything that we wanted to offer, and that we're set up in advance for January. And that takes planning and intention so that we can rest. Majority of my team is off this week, including all of our coaches. So if you are a coach or a practitioner and you think that you can't take time off, you are wrong.
You can take time off.
Can take time off. And your clients will be okay. Your clients will be okay. You can take time off. You just have to let them know in advance, and you have to plan for it in advance. You deserve time off. You deserve rest.
Yes.
You need rest.
You need it.
You need to step away from the computer. You need to step away from the clients. Right? This is the time of year when maybe compassion fatigue sets in a little bit. Especially because of this year that we've had. You are probably maxed out. And if you continue to push, you likely won't be good to anybody. And And things start happening, mistakes start being made, tempers flare, silliness occurs, and shit goes off the rails. And, that happens because you're trying to push through. And so giving yourself permission to rest, being able to rest, being able to step away is really important.
Yeah.
And I want you to feel like you have permission to do that. You have permission to slow down. You have permission to rest. And so what we're going to do this morning, we're going to have a little fun. We're going to do some giveaways.
I love giveaways.
Merry and bright. And we want you to tell us one thing that you are proud of yourself for. I don't know if that made sense. One thing that you feel proud of, right? One thing that you feel proud of that you accomplished this year that you feel really proud of. And I was thinking about this morning as I was getting ready, and I was thinking about a post that I may or may not write because I operate under the mantra, you can't model what you don't see.
Mm-hmm.
And I do feel responsible for sharing the wins and for expanding your mind as to, what's possible for you and, how growth could occur for you. And at the same time, I do know that this has been a really hard year for people. And so it feels I'm having sort of that internal struggle as to how to write the post. Right. But what I do know for sure is that women especially need to stand in their power and be proud of themselves without any disclaimer.
Yes. Oh.
So I want to award you something if you do that. I want to award you a prize. It's going to be an Amazon gift card. And I want you to tell me with as much specificity as possible why you are proud of yourself. And I want the sentence to start with, I am proud of myself because, and then I want you to tell us why. No disclaimer, no making it small, no sort of alluding to, well, this person did this and that. No. I'm proud of myself because why? What did you do? What did you do to change your circumstances this year? Right?
Yeah.
What did you do? Don't make it about other people. Be like, oh, I helped, blah, 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 this, that, and the other thing. No. What did you do? Brag. It's okay. Right? Tell me how much money you made. Tell me how many clients you had. Tell me about investments you made. Tell me about the way that you transformed your health, or the pounds that you lost, or the pounds that you gained, or that you broke up with a thing, or you proud of yourself because you finally divorced, or whatever.
Yes.
Whatever. Be fucking proud of yourself. Right? And the more you flex that muscle without disclaiming and without sort of giving the proudness to somebody else.
Yes.
Right? The easier it is. Yes. So let's read. And we're going to award some prizes here. Okay. So I'm proud of hiring my own health coach to get on top of my health. Good for you.
That's amazing.
I'm doing what I need to do, diet and exercise, even when I don't feel well. Yes. Taking responsibility over your health.
Yes.
Good job. Love how you both share the real life aspects of the experiences.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, did you see my Instagram stories last night? Doesn't get more real than that. Hot mess. Creating a signature program in a business. Yes. Amazing. Teresa,
yes.
I am proud of myself for getting out of my head, being totally terrified to take a risk and enrolling in 10K anyway.
Yay. Yes.
Amazing.
Yes.
I am proud of myself because I am building the business of my dreams. Yep. I'm proud of myself because I created a signature program and I'm growing my business. I'm proud of myself for putting myself out there on social media, even
Yes.
though I often want to hide under my bed.
You
Yes.
should be. You should be proud.
I am proud of myself for creating an online group program coupled with the full marketing arc of lead magnet to webinar with 10K's help, of course. It's something I was trying to do on my own, and I fully realized that I needed help with it. How about being proud of asking for help?
Yes, like look at the end of this, which now I know is not a sign of weakness, but
Yes.
that is
like, imagine if more women were like, I am so
Yeah.
proud of myself for asking for what I need.
yes, and being willing to receive it when people offer to help me.
Oh my gosh. Can you imagine? Receiving's hard though, I have to say.
It's hard. It is hard. I struggle with that.
I'm really good at asking for help. It's hard to receive.
It is hard.
So here's one thing that I'm really proud of. I am really proud of the fact that there's so many things actually, and it's funny because I'm gonna like sit down tonight and make a list of all of the things that I'm so proud of. But two of the things that I am really proud of is I launched my book this year.
Yeah.
Like a week after the world shut down. And it was something that has been, in the works for a really, really, really long time. And I wrote a fucking book, which is really amazing. I'm really proud of that. And I'm also really proud of how we handled the initial vid situation.
Yes.
I'm
totally.
really proud of that. Like, I'm really, really proud that we made our team feel safe.
Yes.
And that we showed up for the clients. That's how this morning show actually started. FYI,
Yeah.
take a trip down memory lane. We'll take you back to March of 2020.
Let's not go back there willingly.
No, we don't want to go back there. Actually, but you know what's interesting? Laura and I were actually physically together when the world shut down.
We were.
We were in a rental unit in Collingwood, and we were like, should we go home? Do we stay? What do we do?
Yeah.
We didn't know
We
what
had
to
our
do.
kids.
We need to go home. We need groceries. We just need a lot of groceries. Like, we need to go home and go grocery shopping.
Yep.
And so if you're just hopping on and you're just joining us, we are going to award prizes to those of you who tell us why you are proud of yourself, starting with I am proud of myself because, and not giving any of the credit away to anybody else or disclaiming it or making it small. So if you're just tuning in, tell us why you are proud of yourself, period. So that is how the morning show was born, because we just wanted to show up and ride this wave with you. And here we are, still riding the damn wave. Who would have thought?
Right? Jennifer says the LNL show is one of the silver linings of this year. It is. For us, it is, for sure.
Honestly, it's pure jokes for us. We enjoy it. We enjoy talking to you.
So much.
And just like sharing knowledge. It's one of the easiest ways we've been able to connect. And we also love it. So why are you proud of yourself, Laura?
Oh my gosh. I'm proud of myself for, again, the list is really long. I actually sat down last week, and I don't normally do this, but I wrote down the good things that came out of this year. One of them is that we were able to support so many of our clients to have growth years during what was a terrifying year for a lot of practitioners and what was a complete write-off loss year. And we have clients who like doubled and, tripled their businesses. And I'm so proud of that, because that is amazing. I'm also proud. We launched an entirely new company and mastermind called Freedom Mastermind.
I was thinking about that too. I was like, we did a lot.
Like an entirely new thing in the midst of all of this, which was pretty cool. And honestly, I'm proud of the way that my family was able to handle this year in what I see my kids doing now. Like, I can see my kids thriving right now. And that's a direct result of decisions we made and like the lack of panic and the lack of scarcity that Jay and I chose to show up with and embody. And they've had a freaking great year, better than ever.
Yeah.
And I'm really proud of that.
Yeah. Yeah. And, you know, it's funny because I am coming up on my sort of 10th year. I ran my first online workshop teaching for the very first time ever how to create a signature program in June of 2011. So this is my 10th year doing this. And that is the thing I think I am the most proud of, is that, you know, 10 years later, I'm still here being like, yo, a signature program will change your life.
Oh my gosh. Yes.
Like, you know, I want you all just to sit in this thought for a second. It's 2020, okay? In 2030, you could have a multi-million-dollar company and a team of like 32 people and have impacted thousands of lives. Like, that is what is possible for you.
Uh-huh.
There is nothing on paper that would have ever indicated to anyone, ask back, reverse 10 years and be like, do you think that Lori is going to like do something with her life? You know?
Yeah.
Like, on paper, I was not exceptional at school. I was stoned for a solid 15 years. You know, like, I have a BA. Like, I got fired from every job I had, right? Like, there was nothing on paper that indicated that 10 years ago to now, like, that this is where it would be. But I was, you know what it was? Like, determination.
Yep.
It was just pure determination. That's all. You have to be so determined. So determined.
Yep.
Right? Determined. So, you know, that is definitely something that I'm proud of, is that I created something that until it was created, I had no idea what I was doing. You know what I mean? Where you like, you're creating as you go.
Yeah.
And I had no idea what I was doing until I did it.
Yep.
I had no idea what I was doing until I did it. And I think that's the thing that I'm most proud of, is that, like, I just did it. I didn't make anything a bigger deal than it needed to be. I didn't catastrophize. Is that a word? Catastrophize?
Yeah, totally. That is a word. Uh-huh.
Make things a catastrophe. Like, I just did the things. I just did the things, and they were what they were. And that was it. And, you know, I really want you to sit in this for a minute to be like, you know, maybe 10 years is too far for you to sort of conceptualize, right? And that's fine. Like, believe me, 10 years ago, I would never conceptualize this. Here's the truth though. I wasn't able to conceptualize it, but I always knew. Like, I couldn't have given you the detail about it,
right?
But I knew that I wanted bigness. I knew that I wanted to be super successful. That was all I knew. So if that's all you know, and you want to be super successful and live in abundance and have a certain kind of life where you can afford time perspective, financial perspective, to make the kinds of decisions that we were able to make this year for our families.
Yes.
We were able to make these decisions to stay home, to keep our kids home, to hire help, to outsource, to rent office space. We were able to make these decisions because we sort of knew the kind of life that we wanted to have, and we've been working towards it ever since.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And so I am proud of my ambition.
Yes.
I am proud of my determination.
I love that.
I'm proud of my hustle and my ability to know when to rest.
Mm-hmm.
So let us know. Let us know in the comments. I'm going to choose a couple of people to win Amazon gift cards. Why are you proud of yourself? Start with, I am proud because. I am proud of myself because. Why?
Yes.
You got to toot your own horn. You got to pat yourself on the back, right? Sounds like you were hungry. Can't go wrong with hunger. Passion. I don't know if it was like hunger. I think it was more
No.
determination.
I agree.
Like I was determined. It wasn't, I don't know. I guess it just depends on how you define hunger. Maybe it's the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like hunger feels more of like external,
Yes.
like validation. And
Yes.
I was determined to prove to myself that I could do it.
Yes. I agree with that.
I don't know. Right? Like I've recently said like I don't have anything to prove anymore. Like, and it's to myself. It's not to anybody else.
Yep.
Right? Like it's to myself. It was to prove to myself that I could live up to the potential that I always knew deep down inside that I had. And that's not to say that I've like check mark achieved, right? But there does come a sense of validation when you've had a substantial benchmark, which we've had, right?
Yep.
Right. And the next level, like I think that, you know, it's interesting, like internally from behind the scenes, like I think we're all readying ourselves for that next level and we need a minute.
Yes.
Like we realize that like 2021 is us taking a minute to integrate like what we've done, because we've built it pretty quick and we need a minute. We need a minute to steady ourselves for that next level, because
we do.
Holding the container for millions of units of energy, it takes a little something.
There's a little bandwidth there.
Takes a little bandwidth.
Little bandwidth.
So, you know, we were like, oh, 2021 could be like steadying ourselves and integrating for that next level versus being like, let's go.
Yeah.
Right. Yep. And that's okay too. Like, that's okay. So it's just all very, very interesting. Let's read some more because these are fun. Emily says, I'm proud of myself for the way that I'm handling this year. Yes. But particularly the last 3 months and having my son thrive in this unique time and see me be a strong single mom. Oh, I know. It was showing how to adapt with positive perspective and not to be reactive and crumble. Yes.
That's amazing.
And also, if you do crumble, you should be proud of yourself for that too, because it's also okay. I'm proud of myself because I launched a course while homeschooling 4 kids and running a clinic that I pivoted to a virtual practice.
Mm-hmm. We applaud that.
I'm proud of myself because I stopped being afraid, got rid of stinking thinking, and just forged forward and made imperfect action in 2020. I'm looking forward to a fruitful 2021. Yes, so awesome. Good. Yeah, I'm proud of myself for trying. It didn't always go the way that I hoped, but I put fear on the shelf and tried my best. Love it. I'm proud of myself because I showed up like crazy as much as possible this year. In spite of everything, it was my most profitable year because I did it. I did all the scary things. Well done. I don't know who your name is because it doesn't show.
Sarah.
Oh,
her name is Sarah.
Yeah. Amazing. Mostly thanks to you guys for the support, encouragement, constant resources, and availability through this show. Amazing. Yes. I'm proud of myself for not giving up even when I was way behind in 10K. Yes, Megan. Now I'm pushing through strong and can't wait to see the results. Yes. So good. I am proud of myself because I was able to have 2 months this year over 10K. Julie.
Yay. So good.
Oh my gosh. Natasha, I'm proud of myself for pushing through the resistance when COVID hit. And instead of laying low and staying relevant, making myself small, I pushed past all the advice I received from others to just stay relevant and made more money in these last 7 months than I've made since I became a nutritionist. Yes, Natasha.
That's amazing.
Amazing. I am proud of myself because I stopped being afraid, got rid of, we already read that one. Amazing. Melissa says, I'm proud of myself for standing up for myself with my ex-commercial landlord who was a bully, good for you, and tried to sue me and ended up winning after 11 months. And I still turned up for my patients every single day during COVID. I'm going to stand up for this one because lawsuits are stressful. Good for you, Melissa. I'm proud of these are so fun. I'm proud of myself for shifting my brick and mortar business of 15 years to online this year. And it was something I wanted to do, but I was afraid. Here I am with 95% of my brick and mortar clients and 2 new clients in last month. Best financial month in years.
That is awesome. Oh
Amazing.
My gosh.
You know, it's interesting. I was doing an interview with somebody for the podcast for January, and we were talking about her name is Keisha, and she has a company called Girls Chronically Rock, and she has muscular dystrophy, and she creates t-shirts and all of these like amazing apparel, and the money goes back to a nonprofit. And we were talking about how beneficial it's been for COVID, how beneficial it's been for differently abled people for COVID, right? Because everything was forced to go online. And so all of these, you know, companies that were like, you can't work from home for people with autoimmune, migraines, like all of these different things, right? Differently able people who now had to navigate like ramps and accessibility, or not accessibility in most of the cases, right? Who are now like fully able to stay home. So it's like so interesting how COVID was so devastating for some and so beneficial for others. Right? Who now don't have to worry about like Wheel-Trans and all of these things where they can just, you know, obviously we still want to go and leave our homes and do things, of course, but you know, it's a different perspective that maybe none of us realized, right? Where people like who were wanting to put their businesses online for years were forced to take that leap and be like, it's not that bad.
Yeah.
It's also not that hard. It's not that hard.
Time. Change is hard and people avoid change. And if anything, this year and the events forced change. There was no holding back. Forced it, which is great sometimes.
Yes, absolutely. So I'm going to leave this up. We're going to leave this up. I'm going to announce the winners at 4:30 today. I'm going to go live and just do like a little sign off because we are taking a break for the week. And so, you know, if you're watching this on the replay, you still got time. I'm going to make the winner announcements. I'm going to choose 3 winners to give Amazon gift cards to. So tell us why you are proud of yourself. I am proud of myself because why? You deserve it. You deserve to be able to look yourself in the mirror and go, I did a fucking good job.
Yes.
Good job.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
So let's do that. Let's celebrate ourselves. We are celebrating you. Thank you for hanging out with us, and have a happy holidays.
Yeah. Happy holidays.
I'm not sure that we'll be back until after New Year. We might. We'll see how we feel. No promises, but we'll be back in January, maybe before that. But let us know in the comments why you're proud of yourself. I am proud of myself because we are super proud of you. Happy holidays.